Whitby's Ontario Shores Foundation for Mental Health and Trees for Life, they're teaming up to celebrate mental health heroes by planting trees. This would recognize the patient's mental health journey or those who support others in the path to mental wellness. Joining us now are Marina Dimitriadis, the Executive Director of Trees for Life, and Tracy Clegg, the CEO of Ontario Shores Foundation for Mental Health. Good morning to you both. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Good morning.
Thank you.
This is such a great campaign. We're drawing attention to something so important, and that is mental health and the support for people out there right now. Marina, let's talk about Trees for Life and the work that you guys do.
Trees for Life is a leading Canadian nonprofit community tree planting organization. We've been planting trees since 2015, and we've planted well over 3 million trees so far nationwide. We have an aim to plant 150,000 trees this year, and we are well on our way. That we've planted already 83,000 trees.
That's incredible. It sounds like you're making a lot of progress there. And this also sounds like a good partnership with Ontario Shores. Tracy, tell us about this conversation and why it makes sense to work together.
Absolutely. So Ontario Shores is one of only 4 mental health hospitals across Ontario, and partnerships like Trees for Life allow us the opportunity to truly bring together that therapeutic approach to mental health. And Ontario Shores is situated right on the lake of Lake Ontario. And of course, you know, you think about trees, you think about the lake, bring the two together, and it's really the most therapeutic environment that's imaginable. And for us, it's about stigma reduction. You think about Ontario Shores, many people don't know about us. In fact, it might be shrouded with fear. And when we bring about partnerships like Trees for Life, it actually allows us to put names and partnerships in place where people can actually say that they're associating recovery and hope and symbols of, you know, truly things that we're going to think about recovery whenever we think about that tree and that recovery process.
Yeah, even while you were speaking, I'm thinking of the symbolism with trees and mental health, you know, the connection with nature, people feeling a little bit better, the freedom and the peace that it can bring. Is that also something that comes to mind for you and people who could maybe use that support? What do you think, Marina?
Absolutely. There's no better time for trees than now. Experts agree that trees are the most affordable and scalable nature-based solution, especially in this climate. I mean, trees can offer communities crucial shade and reduced air temperature, especially in this heat in the summer. And there's just so many more benefits, including how getting in nature can support your physical and mental health.
Yeah.
It reduces stress and it improves your mood.
Yeah, I was even thinking, you know, for mental health support, there is something to be said about getting in nature and getting outside, logging off. You know, we could all, I think, use the opportunity to unplug. What also is something that stood out for me, it's planting a tree in honor of somebody and their, you know, maybe their struggles, their memory. What are you hoping the message will be for someone getting involved with that at Ontario Shores?
That's right. So today we're launching the campaign that's called Trees for Hope, very much aligned with Trees for Life. And the intent of the program is that people will buy a tree for $150, and it's for a symbol. So you're going to buy a tree for everyone impacted in your life. 4 out of 5 people are impacted by mental health. 1 out of 5 are actually struggling with a mental illness. So the call to action is that you actually purchase a tree. Those trees will be planted on the grounds of Ontario Shores, and it'll be a symbol of those that are struggling with mental health, perhaps those struggling in silence, and not only those that are struggling, but the caregivers that are providing those supports. And perhaps it's for an advocate that helped you start your journey for mental health recovery. So that call to action and that partnership with Trees for Life is really symbolic of the journey, the growth, and the fact that mental health recovery is possible.
Yeah, it makes me also think of the it takes a village approach when it comes to addressing something that is important as mental health, and even what it might mean to someone to look out the window, say, and say, look at all these trees. These are here in support of people who have helped me, or, you know, maybe looking back on yourself or your friend, knowing that you're not alone. That can make a huge difference when somebody might need that help, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's incredible. Okay, how can people get involved? Let's talk about that.
So if you'd like to honor a mental health person, someone that has been a hero in your life, you can go to treesforlife.ca/Ontario Shores, and you can make a donation for Trees for Hope.
Okay, wonderful. And this starts today?
It starts today.
Wonderful. Thank you to the both of you for coming in and talking about this really important campaign. We wish you all the best. And we'll stay in touch as well. We'd love to see how this goes as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.